The industry today needs many entrepreneurs who are coming in. In fact, I'm so happy that every city that we go, we see a new enterprise coming in, new concepts coming in. People are ready. In fact, customers are ready to experiment. The whole world of restauranting is changing. The skyline is changing. There was very little science that we had, excepting the fact that we were very sure that we were going to a cuisine which was popular, a cuisine which has an opportunity because there were not too many of these standalone good Chinese restaurants. If you remember the 91, 92 or 94 I'm talking about, there was not too many of these restaurants which will sell you great dim sums, good duck, or exotic vegetables like a broccoli or a snow peas. You would not have too many of these, Cantonese food coming in. It was just more of Sichuanese food which was popular, and a lot of it was more Indianized. Now, I would say that being in India, you have to localize your food, and I have no shame in saying that there is a balance that we keep on doing, and we continue to do that, and that's exactly what we are, an Indian brand. One of the advices that I would say is that learn from the Domino's of the world, learn from the McDonald's of the world, learn from the Pizza Huts of the world, and I think one thing at one time, try and do it the best way, replicate it, and make it scalable. I personally believe that what is a brand all about? A brand is all about, it's a living organism. You need to, once you're recognized as a brand, you need to replicate them properly with the right kind of a consistency and the brand values and brand standards. So what we did was, we did not open the second mainland China in Bombay. We went to Bangalore. The idea was to check and abuse ourselves and understand whether we could run another multi-locational fine dining chain which was not existing in India. We did it in Bangalore. While doing that, what we did was, very intelligently what we did was, we did not recruit staff locally. We trained people in our master house in Bombay. Today, even if, we have 102 or 103 restaurants units today, in spite of all that, there are 300 people ready manpower which is there being trained or half trained in that particular catering school. But very important that if you can to control wastage over a period of time, now the economy is, there are headwinds in the economy. We are facing serious challenges. If there are people who are eating less of the burgers and the pizzas, there's no reason why they would come to our fine dining so often. So what we've done is that over a period of time, we track ourselves. Since fortunately I had been educated in marketing, every 3 months we track our customer, their feedback. Of late, what we got from them is that they say that the portion size that we give is very huge and large, and they don't need to eat so much. And most of them are carrying it back as a doggy bag. So suddenly came the idea, we said that at this point of time when you don't, as it is people are not coming in, make it a little more comfortable. For the first time in India, all over the world there are restaurants which have it. We've introduced the regular, learning from the pizzas and the fast food, the QSRs, the small, the regular and the large portions. And I tell you, we tested it in Bangalore, we are rolling it out all over India. We thought that the average spend per head, that's average check average will go down. It's not gone. People are eating more because they have a variety. We made smaller bowls. People think it's very reassuring. On a day that they don't want to eat, they just have a noodle and one main course and go back. Discounting process, if you start the discounting process, you're dead. You're in a trap. Under any circumstances, don't discount your brand. You can add value by giving a regular and a large portion. You're not discounting your brand. So it's extremely bigger learning, and in spite of the fact that we have a CRM which is very strong, which got almost 5 lakh people, 5 lakh loyal customers on a CRM today. So on that basis, we've been able to ensure that they get a mileage, they get a point that works out to 7-8%, which is exactly like a Jet Airways or the Lufthansa or the World One, anything. But it's surely not discounted at any given point of time. And some of the measures which we also started, that we would give you certain things off on a Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday, and we are tying up with ICICI, who are giving who are going to be spending around ₹1 crore on advertising to propagate our brands, to say that there is a fixed meal at 777 on those days, on the weekdays, from Monday to Fridays. 777. So basically, it's all inclusive, and you go and eat that, and they're going to be actually, talking to almost crores of people who are in their network and inviting them. India is a very price-sensitive market. People are very, very careful of how much money they are paying. So mindless pricing and the niche 2% of average check of 2,500, my friends like AD or Rahul Akerkar, they have been able to achieve. But if that's the choice you have to do. You either get into that bracket. That's a fantastic bracket if you want to do 1 restaurant, 2 restaurant, 3 restaurant. But if you want to make a replicatable model which becomes 100 tomorrow or 200, if you have the opportunity to do that, you need to understand you have to be having extremely sensitive understanding of the pricing. Because, people abuse these 4 P's of marketing, but 4 P's of marketing first talk about the product and the price. First 2 are product, price, place, and promotion. So fundamentals should not be ever changed. We should not try and take any opportunity to say that, it so happens that if the first restaurant does very well, we tend to say that 10% बढ़ा दो. I promise to you that's one of the greedy moments that a restaurateur can get in. It's better to say that, okay, fair enough, I'll cover my inflation through a 2%, 3%, 4%, but try and have more people in the fold coming into the second mainland China could open and do a better job. So you understand we have to sustain and not kill the, cat, kill the brand which is, giving us something, and we are a long-term player. Thank you very much. Thank you, and wish you the very best. Thank you very much.